Hey, what's going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the My Stock Journey channel. So today we are going my dividends payouts for this year. Basically what I'm going to go ahead and do is take all of the dividends that I made from January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, and coming up on September here, and I'm going to basically just add them all up and see exactly how much I've made this year. Now, the reason I wanted to do this is because I always track, how much I'm making every single year from dividends, but I never actually go back and look, okay, how much have I made? And I feel like it'll be interesting because since that number is always growing, the amount of money that I'm making from dividends every year does grow so often because I'm buying so many new shares every single month that I actually want to go back and just see how that number has grown from January all the way up until now. And I'm actually very curious to see what changes have been made and how much more it has been growing. So if you guys do like this video, once again, do not forget to hit that like button. It's been helping the channel out so much recently. We're coming up on 400 subscribers. It's honestly just, I feel like every 2 or 3 videos, I'm like, we're at 350, we're at 400. Like, it's just going crazy right now. So keep smashing that like button. It's helping me grow so much, and I really do appreciate it. If you have any suggestions for any future videos, don't forget to drop it in the comment section. I always reply there, and I do get a lot of feedback from there that I use for these videos. And if you are new to the channel and you do enjoy my content, don't forget to subscribe and follow my journey. Let's get into it. Okay, so I am here in my M1 Finance portfolio. Now, if you do know, I am a Robinhood investor now, but originally I did start in M1 Finance. I have made some switches from M1 Finance over to Robinhood. I did make a video about that and the reasoning behind it if you do want to go ahead and check that out. But so for the first 2 or 3 months, I'm really not going to go into depth about each one because at the time, honestly, I just went on YouTube. I found some guy who looked like he was doing well, basically downloaded his portfolio and said, boom, invested. Ballin'. But that's really not the way to go, obviously, and it did not pay out in the long run. So what I went ahead and did is I ended up selling a lot of these stocks, but at the time I had a bunch of random things. So what I'm going to do is just briefly run through each one, how much I got paid, and then let you guys know how much I made that month. So to start it off, from MRK, I made 1 cent. Now this was the very first dividend that I received this year. I made 1 cent off of them, 3 cents from EPR, 1 cent from Realty Income, 2 cents from Stag Industrial, 8 cents from VER, 1 cent from Disney, 3 cents from EVV, 3 cents from CPB, Campbell and Soup, the boy, 1 cent from LTC Properties, 2 cents from Mid-America Apartments, and that was actually it for January. So if I do go ahead and take a look here, I made total 25 cents for the entire month of January, or about a quarter in dividends from the entire month. Now, honestly, at the time, I was very excited about it. I think I only had about I had $100 in December, so probably in January I was sitting only somewhere around maybe like $300 or $400, and I just was investing in some high dividend yielding companies. Obviously, it was not the the most efficient portfolio ever, but the dividends were nice. I did make 25 cents that over the course of about 30 days roughly. And it wasn't honestly that bad. I was pretty excited about it. I remember telling all my friends and family about how excited I was that I'm making passive money and I'm gonna be doing all this stuff. And it's really funny to go back and look at even my old YouTube videos because I remember talking about some of these companies. But so with that being said, let's go ahead and move over to February. First up on the list, we have a major player. Actually, we have AT&T. I received 7 cents from them on February 3rd. CVS 2 cents, General Mills 7 cents, Lowe's 1 cent, B&V, Vanguard Total Bond Market, I made 1 cent off of them. Apple, I actually forgot that I owned Apple at one point before I repurchased Apple on Robinhood. I made a 50-cent dividend from them, so that honestly was the biggest dividend at that point that I had received so far. AbbVie, I made 4 cents. CL, which is Colgate, I made 12 cents from them. 1 cent from Main Street Capital. If you have been on the channel for a while, y'all know how much I loved Main Street Capital for a really long time. I did let them go for, just other reasons, and I actually talked about it in that previous video of mine. But I made 1 cent from them on February 14th. OHI, I made 3 cents. Realty Income, again, I made another cent. BX, the Blackstone Group, I used to be really excited for them. I don't even honestly remember what they do, but I made 5 cents from them on February 18th. EPR Properties, another one for the monthly dividends, I made 1 cent. Stag Industrial, and went up this month to 8 cents. So I do believe last month, or in January, it was 7 cents. So in February, it was 8 cents. EVV paid me 3 cents on February 20th. CG, the Carlisle Group, paid me 2 cents on February 25th, and LTC Properties paid me 1 cent. So I'll go ahead and I'll take a look here. In February, I made $1.09. So this is honestly not bad. Going from 25 cents in January to $1.09. That's over 4 times what I made the month before. So you can already tell that I was starting to invest a lot more, and I was hitting some of these ex-dividend dates and starting to increase that dividend income from month to month. And I'm pretty excited to see exactly how much it grows from month to month all the way to up, what it was recently. Nowadays, it's not as much as it was in, say, June, July-ish, because I did do a whole reassessment of my portfolio. If you do want to see why I did that and why I went from dividend stocks to growth stocks, don't forget to go to the link in my bio. I will have a video about there basically where I just went over, why I was leaving the dividend scene and, focusing more on like growth stocks and tech stocks and everything like that. So next up, we have March. I received 12 cents from Conagra Brands, 1 cent from B&D. SO paid me 2 cents, Target paid me 1 cent, Microsoft, that was the first dividend I received from them, so I'm assuming I had just added them in the portfolio pretty recent to that. I'm telling you guys, I was just investing in random companies at the time. I didn't really know exactly what I was doing, but I was determined to figure this thing out, and I'm very glad that I kept going and kept seeing these growths. So, Triple M paid me 3 cents, Walgreens paid me 15 cents, Major Capital paid me 1 cent, Realty Income another 1 cent. VYM, which is Vanguard High Dividend Yield, that was actually a very good investment at the time. Like, when I go back and look at it, if I was to keep one of those and not really be like, man, why did you invest in them? I remember I had a lot of money in VYM, and I really don't blame myself. I was really focused on those high dividend yielders, and I felt like that was a safe route. And that was probably one of the first actual intelligent, quote unquote, purchases in the stock market that I made. Later on, VDC paid me 4 cents on March 13th. VOO, the S&P 500 paid me 40 cents on March 13th. EPR paid me 1 cent. Stag Industrial paid me 8 cents, so that stayed the same from month to month. UL paid me 14 cents. UN paid me 14 cents. EVV paid me 3 cents. Home Depot paid me 4 cents. VXUS, which is Vanguard Total International Market, paid me 1 cent. And LTC Properties paid me 1 cent as well. Pepsi, 14 cents. And VIG, 2 cents. Man, we got a lot of dividends on March 31st, didn't we? And last but not least, VTI, Vanguard Total International Stocks, paid me 2 cents as well. So, oh, man, that was a lot. I'm probably gonna fast forward that because that was a bit much. But in March, I did go ahead and get paid $3.29. So you can once again see that exponential growth. The growth is really getting great. I went from 25 cents in January to $1.09 in February, up to $3.29 in March, and it's just growing and growing. I had a lot more properties pay out, but as you do know, most companies do pay every quarter, and of course March is one of the quarters one of the months where the quarters come to an end, so a lot of companies are paying out in March. So typically we will see a lot of these dividends being paid out in March, June, and those different months that fall on the end of quarters. So once again, $3.29 were paid to me in the month of March. Now April was a bit of a smaller month for us. For KMB, we received 15 cents, BND 1 cent, Walmart 1 cent, EPR Properties 1 cent, Main Street Capital 1 cent, Realty Income 1 cent, Stag Industrial jumps to $2.05. So as you can see, I went from 8 cents to $2.05. So I don't know exactly, let's see, maybe it'll show me how many shares I had at the time. No, it doesn't, sadly, but I know that must have been a very big increase. I probably increased my position by over $1,000 if I had to guess based on that number. And so, yeah, they were there on that. VR paid me 4 cents to come to a close on April 15th as the last dividend that I did receive in April. In the month of April, I did receive $2.19, which was a little bit lower than March, but that can be expected once again because most companies do pay every dividend every quarter, and so of course we would expect that the month after the end of a quarter that the dividend payout would be a little bit lower. And but one thing I will let you fill you guys in on, that it is about to get crazy. I remember at April, at the April-May cutoff is whenever I decided all right, I'm going in. I'm going for this. I really want to do it, and I'm just going to start putting hella money in. And so I'm very excited that I haven't done the math for May yet, but I'm assuming that it's about to jump big from 219 to a bigger number. So let's go ahead and let's check it out. In the month of May, we actually did only receive, this was a very anticlimactic. We received two dividend payments. First one being from BTI, which was 4 cents, but a whopping $7.66 from Stag Industrial. That's phenomenal. I do know that means I had 62 shares at the time. I do know that I was getting paid $7.66 every single month for about 3 months so I'm assuming May, June, July, and maybe August I got paid again. I'm not 100% sure, but I do remember that I had 63 shares that paid me $7.66 every single month. And so you can see, hold on, let me go back up real quick. So Stag Industrial went from paying 8 cents in March. Then April, they paid out $2.05. Now they're paying $7.66. So you can kind of see that I'm slowly kind of getting my money out of other places and starting to put it into somewhere that I actually have faith in. And so you can kind of see that the amount that I'm getting paid from Stag Industrial is growing so much, because I was like, man, you know what? I've invested so much money into all these other companies who I don't even know who they are. What's the point of this? So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take all the money that I'm investing in random companies and put them in a few companies that I actually trust. And that actually turned out to be one of the absolute best decisions that I could have made financially up to date, Next up, we have the month of June. And so in the month of June, we got paid $7.66 again from Stag Industrial, and that's actually the only stock that I had left on M1 Finance. By this point, I didn't go ahead and move all my money onto Robinhood, so let me go ahead and let's jump over to Robinhood and see exactly how much I made on there from dividends as well. So in the month of June, I got paid 54 cents from Walmart, $5.60 from Aflac, $1.15 from Atmos Energy, $1.53 from Microsoft, $12.51 from Main Street Capital, $1.09 from Waste Management, and $18 from Bank of America. Now, I do remember actually for Bank of America that I was actually doing the wheel cycle where you buy and sell put options and call options. And actually what happened is that just whenever I ended up getting assigned to buy them, it was right at the ex-dividend date. So I ended up buying those shares, ended up selling them a little bit later, and collected $18 as a dividend since I did own them at the ex-dividend date. So that little fun fact right there, that was actually very, very lucky because I did not intend to do that at all. So in the month of June, I actually did go ahead and make $48.08. And that you can really just like, that's the very clear, jump. Like to go from making $7.70 in the month of May to making $48.08 in the month of June is just absolutely ridiculous. Like that's 20, 35, like that's what, 5 times more. That's just phenomenal. And actually, like, I don't even think I make that much now. Spoiler alert. But so we made $48 in the month of June. I would accredit a lot of that to the fact that I did make $18 from Bank of America low key for no reason, because I didn't even, I think I might have owned the stocks for like 4 days, 5 days. I know I got assigned to buy 100 shares at like $20, maybe something like that. And then the fact that I ended up just getting them right at that date was just absolutely perfect. Next up for the month of July, we do have the highest paying month that I have ever had in the stock market. To start it off, we got paid $7.66 from Stag Industrial, as we were every single month for about 4 months straight. Next up, we got paid $11.89 from Coca-Cola, $20.50 from Main Street Capital, and a whopping $70 from Store Capital to end the month of July with our dividends. That's just absolutely crazy. Now, the best thing about it is I am still getting paid from Store Capital up to this point. Actually, my next payment will be even more than that because I have about 35 more shares than I did at the time. So I'm very excited to actually see what's going to happen in September. The end of September, I do believe they pay again. So we'll go ahead and we'll see what happens with that. But for the month of July, we did get paid $110 from dividends, and that does to this day mark the most dividends that I have ever received in a single month. And that's just absolutely, the thought of putting my money somewhere and just getting $100 back in a single month, just like, hey, take that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just always blown my mind. I did go ahead and reinvest all of that money. I do believe I invested the majority of that back into Store Capital. But, it's just hard to honestly believe. It's just the fact that only 7, 8 months ago, I had no idea what the stock market was. And to know that in 1 month I made $100 extra is just like, it just honestly blows my mind. It's an amazing feeling, and I'm really glad that I can bring you guys on this journey with me. So next up, we will go ahead and take a look at the month of August. Now, this was a little bit of a slower month. If you don't know, or if you weren't paying attention earlier, we did go ahead and take out a lot of these dividend paying stocks. I took out a lot of Main Street Capital. I don't even believe that I have like 6 of the stocks that I had at the time. So my dividend payments have gone down a bit, but I do believe that that'll be covered by the fact that I think my portfolio has a lot more room to grow. So with that being said, in August, we did get paid $26 from AT&T and $6.13 from Apple, which gives us $32.13 in the month of August that we've been paid out in dividends. And I honestly can't complain. I think that the amount of growth that I'm seeing in my portfolio just for my stocks alone, I'd rather see that over the long run than get paid a little bit more in dividends. And that's a little bit of a hint as to why I did switch from a dividend investor to a growth investor. But honestly, one more time, if you do want to go ahead and see a full in-depth description on why I did go ahead and change that, once again, hit that link in my bio and you can go check out that video. Leave me some feedback there and let me know what your investing strategy is as well. So that will be it for the year of 2020 so far and how much I have been paid out in dividends. After doing all of the math and figuring out exactly how much we were at, we totaled out to be at $197 that I have been paid out this year from dividends, and I honestly cannot complain at all. The amount that my portfolio has grown up to this point is absolutely phenomenal. I do believe that I'm up somewhere around $2,900 from the growth of stock, plus an extra basically $200 just from dividends alone. It blows my mind. I never really could have imagined the thought of being where I am right now. And I'm honestly not satisfied, and this is not me bragging, but it's honestly just me having this moment of self-reflection and understanding that I'm doing something that I set myself out to. This is a dream of mine, and the thought of making passive money seems so far-fetched that honestly watching it all unfold now and being able to go back and watch it is an absolutely phenomenal feeling. I remember back whenever I didn't even have $100 invested in the market, and now knowing that I'm making over $200 in a single span of about 4 or 5 months, it just honestly blows my mind. And I'm so happy that I have you guys with me to share this journey and kind of be able to check it out and give me your feedback. If you did enjoy this video, once again, don't forget to smash that like button. Let's see if we can hit 400 subscribers by the end of the month. We've been doing 100 subscribers every single month, and it's just been absolutely blowing my mind the support that you guys give me. Drop some suggestions for future videos in the comment section. I've been getting a lot of suggestions there for videos. Actually, my last 2 videos were from the comment section, so don't forget to let me know what you want to see. And then once again, if you are new to the channel and you stick around to the very end, let me know down there. Subscribe to the channel, follow my journey, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.